everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to make the Pizza Pilgrims frying pan pizza. So this box I received as a gift from my friend Sophie. It comes with 2 doughs for 2 pizzas. It comes with the tomato sauce, it comes with mozzarella, some parmesan, the basil, some olive oil and some flour. So what I'm going to do first is just move the kit to one side, and I'm going to get a surface ready to sprinkle the flour on. So you're basically going to want to sprinkle the flour on a surface, and you're going to make sure that you get a good amount of flour there, and get out one of the pizza doughs, take it out of the little pot that it comes in. It's a bit sticky, but don't worry, you just have to kind of get it out of the pot. And you're going to basically make sure that it's got all of the flour all over it. So you're going to move it around in the flour, make sure every sort of area of the dough is covered in flour. Once that was done, I kind of just shook it off and I moved the excess flour to one side, and I laid the dough on my board. So now what I'm doing is I'm just going around the dough, and I'm basically making what will be the crust of the pizza. So with my 2 fingers, I'm pressing down around the edge of the circle and creating a crust. So make sure that you do that properly. I'm just pressing it down a little bit just to get a bit more of a surface area. I'm doing it again just because I felt like I didn't get a big enough sort of area for the crust. So pressing down with my 2 fingers. And then I picked up the dough and I started to try and stretch it out. So I found this a little bit tricky. You're basically supposed to use your knuckles in a sort of circular motion, not in the middle of the dough, but on the outside of the dough. And you're basically going to try and stretch it out. I kind of messed it up, so I put it down again and I did the whole 2-finger thing to try and get the crust again and give it another go, basically. But yeah, you can basically have a look at YouTube tutorials for this. But you basically put your sort of fists in the dough and you stretch it around the outside into a circular motion. And you just continually do this until you've got enough surface area for what will be your pizza. So I found this a little bit tricky the first time, but by the time I got to doing the second pizza, because the box comes with 2 doughs for 2 pizzas, the second time around it was a little bit easier. So it's a little bit fiddly at first, but you will eventually get the hang of it. And yeah, just give it a go, and eventually you'll be a pizza stretching boss. So I'm just stretching it. Make sure you don't do it in the middle, because if you do it in the middle, you're going to make a hole in the middle, which is definitely not what you want. So stick to the outsides and sort of move it around. It doesn't have to be like a completely perfect circle. It just has to be like roughly the right size for your frying pan, because once you put it in your frying pan, you can also maneuver it a little bit more. So yeah, just give it your best shot. As you can see, it's getting bigger and stretchier, and yeah, that's basically what you want it to look like. And I should say also that you should be getting your frying pan hot. So I would turn my frying pan on, don't put any oil in it, and let it get hot for a couple of minutes, because you basically want it to be ready to put the dough inside. So before you start the stretching part, I would get the frying pan hot. So once that was done, I'm going to my hot frying pan and I'm putting the dough inside, and you've basically got a few seconds just to maneuver it around and get it into the base of the frying pan in the right position. So once that's done, you can then put your tomato paste. So I'm putting 3 tablespoons of the sort of tomato sauce that they give you, and I'm just moving it around with the base of the spoon. You don't want to put it right into the edge, because you need obviously the crust of the pizza. So leave a couple of sort of centimeters around the pizza for the crust. And then once that's done, you're going to sprinkle on some of the parmesan that they give you. So they give you quite a good amount of parmesan. yeah, just sprinkle about half for the first pizza. You then want to get the basil and you want to put that on the pizza as well. This really makes a big difference, I would say. So yeah, definitely don't skip this part. Put the basil on top of the tomato. I think I realised that I want to sort of rip it up into smaller pieces. So yeah, I'm just ripping that up and spreading that on top of the tomato sauce. You're then going to want to give it a little drizzle of the extra virgin olive oil that they give you. So just give that a little drizzle. And then it's time to top the pizza with your mozzarella. So yeah, obviously use about half of the mozzarella that they give you and spread that all over the tomato on the dough. So I think they give you a really good amount of mozzarella, to be honest, and it comes out really nice and cheesy. So yeah, just spread that all around. And obviously while you're doing this, the pan is still on and it's getting a nice sort of crunchy base for your pizza. So yeah, that's looking good. And I decided just to have a little peek at the base just to make sure. And yeah, it looked good, but I thought that it needed a little bit longer. So I gave it a couple minutes more just to get the base nice and crunchy. And then you're also going to want to sort of preheat your oven, get it as high as it can go. And then you're going to want to stick the pizza in the frying pan underneath the grill at the highest temperature it can go. And it basically only stays under there for a few minutes until the cheese is nice and melty and looks something a little bit like this. So I really liked how it came out. It took about maybe 5 minutes max underneath the grill for it to look like this. And the base was still nice and crisp and it was nice and thin and the cheese had melted, and yeah, it looked really, really good. So I'm just moving it around a little bit. Has a bit of burnt edges, but I quite like that with my pizza. I like my pizza really, really thin and crispy and crunchy. I didn't have a pizza cutter, unfortunately, so I'm just using a knife here. But yeah, I'm cutting into the pizza and you can see that I thought it was really crunchy. It's like really thin and crispy. I'm just actually trying to cut it. Just proving to be a bit difficult. And yeah, I basically just cut it into quarters. As I said, it was really thin and crispy. And yeah, it's just how I like my pizza. I hate pizzas that have really thick, doughy bases. That's not what I like. I like it really thin. I'm just sort of cutting through it again just because, yeah, a pizza cutter would have been better, but unfortunately I didn't have one. So yeah, I'm just cutting the pizza. And then it was ready for a taste. And I really loved how it turned out. Wow, guys, this pizza is so good. It's the Pizza Pilgrims Make It Yourself at Home kit, and it is literally the crispiest homemade pizza that I've ever had. You really need to try it, it's so good. Here, guys, just how crunchy it was when I bit into it, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It is, I would say, very much worth it. It tasted great and I really enjoyed the pizza. So if you want to buy one of these for yourselves, definitely head on to the Pizza Pilgrims website and order one, and they can deliver it straight to your home. And yeah, it was really fun to make. I would definitely say try it out, and if you do, let me know what you think, comment down below, and yeah, give this video a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.